you started your application and onboarding process. And in School Spot, it will be a great ability for us to go through some of those modules. There's some information on there, but it's also the most important place where you upload your documents for HR. We also use MyU. MyU is the app. Hopefully, you've received an email from Mr. Mohammed about how to get onto MyU. MyU is where we have all of our academic leadership there and a place where our principals and HR officers and different district team members are engaging with new staff. It's a great place for you to see things in the feed, but also where you can DM people personally so you can get some of your questions answered. So for us, it is a place where we hope there's just more engagement and interaction. Okay, without further ado, tonight's agenda will be a similar structure. We'll do some information and introductions to start. We have a bunch of our leaders joined here tonight. We will talk about the current situation just to give everybody an update, just to kind of check in and have any questions you may have about that. Just like last time, there is absolutely nothing we will shy away from. If you have a concern or a question, we're here to answer. And then we have our HR team here who will do HR Q&A at the end of this all. So that can help address some of your personal questions and some of those things that you might have thinking about, especially with documents or the different kind of authentication process, whatever it may be. So let's start with some important introductions. As I said, my name is Claire. I am the head of school of our Hawaii campuses. And we're also joined here tonight from Dr. Mary. Dr. Mary is the head of school of our Salmia campus. Dr. Mary, I don't see you on my screen, but I know you're here. I bet I have to go over. Can you give a little shout out to the group and introduction?
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's so nice to see you all, or most of you. There's 4 pages of us now here on the screen, so we do have to scroll over to see everybody's lovely faces. It's such a nice time for us to get together, to get to know you a little bit. As Dr. Claire mentioned, hear from you what some of your questions are. We also have some principals who've joined us today. So it's great to also start putting some of these names to the faces. But before we get started, I'm going to give you all a little test. Okay, I want to see like how your knowledge is right now. And you're going to use your react button. Okay, so if you are at Hawaii Boys or KG Hawaii, give a little clap with your react button. Yay. If you are at Salmia Girls, which also includes KG here, give a little clap. If you are in middle school at Hawaii or Salmia, boys, give a little clap. If you are, see, I'm changing it up. If you are in elementary, boys, give a little clap. Salmia. It's just nice to get to see you all. I hope I didn't, miss anyone or put anybody on the spot here. But if we can go to next up for maybe some principal introductions. So let's see. We'll start with Miss Amel, maybe.
Hello, everybody. My name is Amal, and I am the elementary principal over at the Hawaii Girls Campus. I already see some familiar names, so it's really nice to put faces to it. This is an exciting time. Ask all your questions. We are all here for you, and it is really exciting. Just want to say hello.
Amel, can I ask you, and for the leaders tonight, can you say how many years you've been at ACA and if you've had other roles you've played in the school or just kind of your little story?
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is my 5th year in ACA. I originally started off as a counsellor, and then I moved over to a dean of students role, and then I moved over to an assistant principal role, and then I moved over to a principal role. So that kind of just shows you that there's a lot of transitions here. But it's ACA is just one of those places where, it's you're here on one day and then there's opportunities that always arise the next day. So it's all about just consistency. It's all about just passion. And it is really American Creativity Academy for sure.
Thank you, ML. Well, voila, did you raise your hand? Did you want to cut in? No.
No, I was just trying to do a heart and I raised my hand by mistake.
Okay,
You know, I
good.
love mom.
Okay. Okay, can we continue on with our leadership? So we're just doing some leadership introductions. Miss Stephanie, I see you next.
I'm here. Hi, everybody. I'm Stephanie Freeman. I have been at ACA for 8 years. I'm currently a KG principal on Salmia campus, and I have also been a middle high school assistant principal for both Salmia boys and girls. So happy to see everybody here tonight and welcome you to ACA.
Thank you, Stephanie. What about Mr. Brandon?
Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Brandon Hyde. I have been at both Hawali and Salmia campuses, first as an assistant principal in high school, and then moved on over to elementary boys, where I am the principal now. So it's been 5 awesome years here. I've had the amazing opportunity to work with both Dr. Claire and both Dr. Mary, who are amazing. And I know that anytime you need something, this whole group can help you out. It's a great place to be, and it's a great place to work. So good to see you all, and good to see especially the group that I know most.
Thank you, Mr. Brandon. Mr. Clive.
Hi everyone, I'm Clive. I'm the principal on Hawali Boys Campus. I've also been here for 5 years now and started as a teacher, moved through to the dean, then assistant principal, and this year moved recently into the principal position. Look forward to meeting everyone when you get to Kuwait. If you have any questions, please reach out.
Thank you, Clive. Dr. Jessica.
Hi everyone, I am Jessica. I am the middle high school girls principal on the Hawali campus, and I'm excited to see all of you here tonight. I'm especially excited to see all of our new Hawali girls middle high school staff that I've been in touch with over the last days, weeks, or months at this point. This is my 9th year at ACA. I started as a history teacher on the same campus I'm now the principal of. I've worked at the district office as a curriculum coordinator. I've been the KG principal for the Hawali campus, and now I'm obviously in middle high school. So lots of movement around here for me, and it's been an exciting 9 years, and I really love Kuwait, which has kept me here. So it's a small country, but you got to find what works for you, and there's something for everyone.
Agreed, agreed. Mr. Farhan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Farhan. I'm the middle high school principal at the Salmia campus of American Creativity Academy, and now I am approaching almost 20 years at the school. So the first 8 years I taught as a math and science teacher, and then transitioned on into becoming an AP for a couple years, and just enjoying my role here as a principal of this campus.
Thank you, Farhan. Mr. Gavin.
Hello everyone, lovely seeing you. Yes, I've been in Kuwait. This is my 11th year and it's my 7th year at ACA. I started as an English teacher in Salmia. I then moved up to be the head of English and a team lead. Then I became an assistant principal for elementary. Then I moved to the high school assistant principal, and now I'm the Hawali middle high school principal. I'm ecstatic to meet all of you. I have been speaking to some of you on the MyU app and be engaged there. And yes, welcome. And yeah, Kuwait is a really lovely place to be. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Gavin. And our last one is Mr. Mike Buckner, who's here in, I don't see him. Is he here? I see his name in the attendance. Okay.
I'm here. I showed up.
Oh, you're there.
I know. Just finished other meetings. Hi, everybody. Welcome. ACA is a great place to be. This is year 5 for me here with ACA. But sadly, but a great opportunity for just how awesome ACA is. I am actually preparing to go and assume control of the school that we have in Bahrain. So in case you don't know this about ACA, we actually have campuses not only here in Kuwait, but also Bahrain, Oman, and we have a partner school in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So there's all sorts of wonderful growth opportunities, and it was the same thing here. I had came here. I've had the honor of working with both Dr. Claire and Dr. Mary. It's been great. I was on both campuses for Hawali and Salmiya, and now I'm taking those growth opportunities and experiences that I've had here and taking it up to the next level. So keep that in mind, folks. There's always great opportunities for growth here at ACA.
I am so thankful and so proud of everyone that showed tonight for our leadership. And I think the common thread, hopefully you saw amongst them, is that ACA really believes in internal succession planning and growing leaders. And we do that through a couple of different ways. Most importantly, we have so many professional learning and development opportunities. In our next month, you're going to meet a couple of key people. One is Muna and Shahid, who run our curriculum and instruction department and do a lot of internal professional learning and development for staff and internal PD. And then new to the Mayu program for this upcoming week is Mr. Caleb. Mr. Caleb runs our Professional Learning Institute, and that is where we run all of our licensure programs, graduate programs, postgraduate programs, and doctorate programs. We partner with St. Mary's University in Minnesota and Moreland University in Washington, D.C. to offer external and accredited programs for staff. And what the common thread of our leaders tonight is that most and the majority of them went through what we call the Leadership Academy. The Leadership Academy is a 2-year program where we have a postgraduate degree with St. Mary's in educational leadership. And we work with, the coursework there and our coursework at ACA to form and build leaders within the school. And so we always find that leaders who come from within are able to really know our systems a lot more and are able to be accelerated in their leadership a lot more. So we wanted to show you tonight kind of the breadth and depth of our leadership, and our principals tonight are the ones that are talking to you on MyU, talking to you personally. They're the ones you get to work with one-on-one. But I know that Dr. Mary and I would say they are the best team, and I don't think we're just saying that. We really, I think, have such a strong leadership team, and it's evident in the years they've spent at ACA and in the different positions that they've held and in the longevity that they have. And Mike leaving us to go to Bahrain is bittersweet because we love Mike, but that school in Bahrain, as he explained, SAMA has multiple schools throughout the region. So we also have, as we hope you stay at ACA forever, we also have other opportunities that happen when you belong to a school with multiple schools around the region. And there's internal transfer process or transfer processes that we hope can be a part of your journey if you were ever, after 10 years of serving at ACA, to leave. There'd be other opportunities for you to go in and around the Gulf. So this is our leadership. And we're so grateful for them to be here tonight. Again, just nice to sometimes put a face to a name and get to see who you might be working with. I want to shift gears into a little bit of update and dialogue about what's happening in the region and a time for you guys to ask questions that you may have. So for those that were with us last month, we were right at the start of the conflict. And now for those here, it's April 8th, and we have, I think, been in this situation for a month and a couple of days. And so I would hope to say tonight that all of the leaders that you've seen here tonight are inside of Kuwait. So we still have approximately 80% of our staff here in Kuwait, but it is not a mandate. We have allowed all staff to travel and what we call teach from where you're at or work from outside of the country. Currently, all of ACA and all of Kuwait is in virtual learning. So that is what we announced last month, that everyone went online, and that continues to be the medium in which we're doing education. And we recently reduced our hours a little bit of online learning. So we learn from 9 in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon with 30-minute classes. And I share that with you because, we initially went into this thinking about COVID and thinking about how everyone in the world went on virtual during COVID in kind of a new way. We're now in this kind of phase 2 of virtual learning, so we certainly are more adjusted. The school, is equipped. Everyone in our school has a one-to-one laptop or tech program in which we have systems and an LMS where students are able to get all of their materials online. And so it's a lot easier for us to do virtual learning when our committee just, does an audit and says every single one of our textbooks or resources has an online feature or online workbook or online textbook to it. So when we as leaders and teachers thought about our readiness to be online, we realized that ACA as a school shifted digitally because I think we're such a digital forward school. Okay, I'm getting into school things. Are there any specific questions? I'll say that Kuwait continues to be working and operating in businesses and in organizations. There is no work from home order. There is no shelter in place order. The country continues to feel safe and calm in a lot of our areas, although I would argue that nothing feels calm in the world right now. So I don't want to paint this beautiful picture. We certainly are sharing in, the challenge of what it means to live in a time when the news and everyone seems to have some mixed messages of what's going on. But that's why it's nice sometimes to see faces and people and names who are here in Kuwait and feeling good still about ACA and about virtual learning and about the situation in general. And then many of you have asked about what this means for you as a new hire. And we want to share the same update we shared last month, which is at this time, we don't know even for the end of the school year for us right now. You see that around our region, there are schools going back in person. So in this current school year, 25-26, we're still wondering if we could finish the year in person and what that looks like. And knowing that the Ministry of Education is the operating body that would decide that. For next year, we do not know what this will look like and how this will start, but we promise to always keep you updated on that. But you should know it does not impact your contract or your start date for right now. So what we know is we are hiring and have all of our new hires coming in, and we envision that anything that may happen, we would adjust your arrival process or we would adjust you coming based on information we would know at that time. So a few of you have asked, if we can't get into the country, what does that mean? We're here tonight to say you have your offer letter and you have your responsibility here with ACA, and we honor that. If we are still in the same situation as we are right now, where teachers are teaching from where they're at, we still have our new hire group teaching from where they're at, and we will adjust that accordingly. So I want you to know that ACA has you. ACA wants you as a teacher. ACA will figure out a way to make sure that you as a new hire, whether you're there virtually or you're there in person, are taken care of by ACA and taken care of through this process. So I'd love to know in the chat, is there anything specific that you may have about any questions specifically? Yes, Rebecca.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Amelia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I do have a question about what you were just speaking about. So just to confirm that I understood, you mentioned that if we are teaching remotely, that we can teach from a different area. However, I believe we do have to meet residency requirements. So as a new hire, we would have to be in Kuwait for the first 3 to 4 months. But I guess you're saying we could work from a different city or within Kuwait. Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying, but I do want to pass it to Walla for the residency part. So what I'm saying is, maybe she can answer that part of it. I mean to say, if we start online and we, just like we did during COVID, we started the following school year online. We still had teachers teaching from where they were, in their low, whether they were inside Kuwait or outside of Kuwait, they were still able to function online. But I don't know if I'm answering that correctly. Walla, do you want to help me there?
Sure. Hi, everyone. So Amelia, to answer your question, yes, you're required to have a residency, but that's when you're physically inside Kuwait. If you're teaching overseas from your country and online, you're fine. And we would take, we went through this during COVID, where we had to group of new hires who started from their home country, and they taught for 1 or 2 months until we were able to bring them in the country. And that was when we processed their work visa and residency.
Thank you. That's super clear. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Anyone else have a question or anything that we can answer? Any concerns you're feeling or anything that is a worry? Better.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I hope everyone doing well in this difficult time. I just have a question regarding to this. So for the background on the medical checks, if we're gonna work from, I'm currently in USA and I'm trying to see if, like how that's gonna impact on the background check on the medical, because we already started the process here.
Okay, wait, hold on. Wait for our HR questions right and until the end of this, because I want to make sure that we keep those all together. But I'm getting worried that and I want to make sure that I say it again clearly. I do not anticipate us starting the year in virtual learning. So I want to make sure that I openly say that I do anticipate us coming back in person. I do anticipate us being in person. And continuing your process, I think, is really important. And I know that I will get to that tonight of what the documents look like, the background check, the medicals, that whole process of it. Continuing that, and because it is a very long process, is important for us, even with this kind of complexity right now. And if there was ever a situation where, the conflict continues to arise, or there's continued challenges, and we were not able to bring you in, it sounds like we would still continue with that process, and Wala would make modifications accordingly. Wala, did I say that? In a way, yes. She gives me the nod. Okay. Anything else we can answer about regional? If we teach from home countries, we still receive our salaries as in the offer letter. Yeah, so anytime that we have had people teaching online or outside of Kuwait, it would always be on behalf of the school making that direction. So it's really clear. Anytime we have new hires, we begin their jobs once they come into the country. So we, in a traditional setting, do not ever do online teaching or teaching with teachers out of the country. So for us, it would be important that everyone comes into the country. In the event that's not possible, then there would always be the ability for us to have staff outside of the country. Your working relationship with the school always will start when we start with students and when we start with staff. And as Mr. Muhammad posted about the calendar, we have new hires coming back about just before August 16th, because August 16th is when your in-person onboarding starts. So the great thing for us is that between August 16th and the start of the school year in September, we have a little runway there of arrivals to the country. So I had a few people ask, like, what if my visa doesn't come by the 16th? For us, it's important everything is done before then to bring you in to start that process. I know that Wala will talk about this tonight, but in the event that there's a delay, or we have a delay on our side, or whatever it may be, we have a little runway there before students start. Anything else that I can answer? Again, we'll push the HR to Ms. Wala, but anything that we can talk about to get your mind off of it. I'll say this because it doesn't sound like there's a lot of questions, but what I really hope you feel comfortable with is always sending a direct message or an email to your onboarding officer, Mr. Muhammad, or to your principal. I feel like there's a lot of concerns or worries that happen from maybe family members or people that, just, or the news, you read something. So I want to say now as a disclaimer, no question is a dumb question and no feeling is a dumb feeling. So having a great kind of community to talk with, I hope that that's us, but having individuals here in Kuwait that can give you that conversation or that perspective, that's the most important thing I wanted to assure tonight. Okay, so I want to keep us moving here through this to keep our time. We continue to move through the school spot modules and Mayu. One note that we wanted to say for school spot is that Dr. Mary brought up that a few of you had questions about the ECIS certification. So ECIS is child safeguarding. That is a process we go through, hopefully in all schools that you have ever worked in. It is an organization that talks about how we keep kids safe and how we keep staff safe. And it's a certification process. We will not start that process for our new hires until August when everybody is set to come in. So don't worry about that step of School Spot. If you're worried about completing that portion of it, it lists Miss Muna. She is our curriculum coordinator as the point person. We just want to let you know that you don't have to start that. We'll start that in August with our new hires. Okay, I'm going to keep us moving, Ms. Wella. I'm going to turn it over to you and we're going to move into our HR section. Ms. Wella, can you first just tell us where we should be, so to speak, in the HR process? And from your perspective, if you were a traditional hire, where's kind of a benchmark of where everyone should be? And then we can understand where we fall in that.
I can do that. I just don't want to freak out the people who signed today.
Yeah, deal.
All right. So hi, everyone, again. For our Americans and Canadian new hires, you should already have started working on your FBI background check, authenticating your educational documents, and booking your medical appointments. And South Africans as well. If you're from the UK, you can start authenticating your educational documents. However, you cannot start working on your background check or medicals until after you've received the work visa from us. The good news is my department, the girls in my team have been working so hard. So the majority of you already have the preliminary approval from the Ministry of Education here in Kuwait, which is the step that we need to have prior to us being able to issue your work visas. So the second we're able to issue work visas, which we usually issue them around June because they expire within 2 months, so we can't issue them right now. We're ready for that. So the rest is on you guys. So you must have your educational documents done, your background check, your medicals, if you can, if your Kuwait embassy in your country allows you to. I know we have a good chunk of new hires who signed this week, so don't panic. We still have time. And I know that Mr. Mohammed has uploaded the summary of the process for different nationalities into MyU. So if you log into MyU, you'll find a summary of each country's process. So we have a process for South Africans, for UK, for USA, and Canada. In addition to that, we have a list of agencies that can help you authenticate your documents. Okay, now I'm ready for questions.
So any questions for Wella about the HR process? Alexis.
You can go ahead, Alexis.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully you can hear me.
Yes.
So I'm from the USA. I've sent out my documents to the respective states, and then after that goes to federal. My question is, when I send it to the Kuwaiti embassy in DC, what I can send them all the documents, but what's the like? There's usually a document saying what I need, right? Like why I'm sending it. I just haven't seen that. Like when I send it to the State Departments, I have forms to fill out. I just haven't seen that for a Kuwaiti embassy. Maybe I just missed it. So
No, you didn't. So the form that you need, basically, for the Kuwait embassy is the work visa. So for now, just send everything to State Department, have them all with you. And once you receive your work visa from us, you send the whole package to the Kuwait embassy. And they'll stamp everything and return it to you. Can you hear me?
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah. So I'm in an interesting situation right now, teaching in Spain. My expected departure date from Spain is either late June, early July. Am I able to work with the Kuwaiti embassy or consulate in Spain to get the process going, or should I coordinate with the one in the US?
Okay, so because you're in Spain, your educational documents will still need to go to the embassy in the States, not Spain.
I'm having trouble hearing you. So, can you repeat that, please?
Okay, so If you're planning on doing your process in Spain, there'll have to be two portions of the process.
Mhm.
The first portion will be for your educational documents, which have to go to the Kuwait embassy in the States. And then with the embassy in Spain, from my previous experience, you have to wait for the work visa from us to be able to get a background check and medicals in Spain to get the process there. But you're able
Okay.
to do that portion of the process there.
Okay. So medical check. What was the other part of that you said?
Background check.
And the background check from Spain, even though it's an FBI one. So it would need to be apostolized.
Okay, so if you're doing the process in Spain, you have to get a medical check from Spain and background check from Spain. And the Kuwait embassy there, I believe
I see.
the Kuwait embassy there, I believe, requires a specific location to do the medicals. So it would be beneficial for you to double check with them right now, so you have all the information.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, sure. Zaina?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm Zaina. I have 3 questions. The first question is related to the training. I'm trying to complete some of them, but I realized that some of the training, it doesn't have the click like to complete button. Does it affect anything? Like the video recordings, it doesn't have like a complete button I could click on to show that it's complete.
Which training are you talking about?
So there's the onboarding, and then there's the training on School Spot, like the reading and the math and the high quality, like the platforms, and we're supposed to do them, right?
Do you mind taking a screenshot of what your screen is showing you and email it to me and I'll look into it?
Okay.
Sure.
I could show you. You want me to show you now, or?
It'll be quicker
Like
to just email me because we're limited with time and I can't answer your other 2 questions right now.
Okay. My second question is, so because I'm applying from Lebanon, I know that I have to wait for the permit.
Yes.
And then I have to get my background and medical check, right?
Correct, yes.
Do I
But
need
you
to
can
authenticate?
authenticate your educational documents for now.
Okay, but my question is, do I need to authenticate also the medical and background check when I
The
get the
background
permit?
check,
Like,
yes, needs to be authenticated. The medical checks do not need to be authenticated. But in Lebanon, I believe the embassy picks the place where you go get your medicals done. So again, double check with them before you do anything.
so I ask them at the embassy and they tell me which one can
Yes.
get authenticated.
No, they tell you which clinic to get your medicals done at. Yeah.
Okay, but it's only the background check.
The background check, yes.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Of course, you're welcome. Hiba?
Hi, so nice meeting everyone. I just had a quick question. So I think my visa process is a little bit different because I'm just transferring my visa over, but I just wanted to know an approximate timeline that it would be transferred over because I am going back to Canada end of May and coming back here mid-July. So do you have like a time frame for that approximately?
Sure. So all schools that I know of in Kuwait usually transfer residencies after the beginning of the school year. I take advantage of that and I usually do it before the end of the school year for my new hires. So we're basically starting the process for you now. And because you're transferring, the process is quite straightforward. You don't really need to do much, but provide us with some original documents, which your HR officer will require of you very soon. And then after that, hopefully we finish transferring your residency before you leave for summer.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much.
Sure, you're welcome. Ibrahim?
Yes, hello everyone. I hope you are doing well. My name is Ibrahim Alamuddin. I am from Lebanon. I just have one question regarding the authenticated documents. I am now on the stage of authenticated the documents, but I would like to know if there is a specific deadline because, as you know, the situation is hard, difficult, and the process would take some time in order to provide all the documents and authenticated it in the ministry. So that's all my question. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibrahim. And our heart is with you and the group of the new hires that we have from Lebanon. We're praying for you. Please stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you.
I won't have a deadline for you. You do whatever you can do when you can do it, and you keep us updated. And ACA and Summa Company is behind you guys. Whatever you need, whatever time you need, we're here to support you. That's all I can say for now. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure. Sulaiman.
Hey everyone. Hope everyone is doing well in Kuwait and all the countries that you guys are from. I'm from the UK. I just wanted to ask about the notarization. I think I mentioned it the last time we were here. There was, I think, Wally, you were saying that there was some information in the School Spot portal that lists the companies that do the notarization. I unfortunately wasn't able to find it.
They're on my you, Sulaiman.
Okay. And
Yeah.
on my is there a specific area on the website? Because I've been there as well.
Mohammed posted them last week, and I'm not
Okay.
sure, Mohammed, did you pin them, those posts? I can't remember.
So in my U, we have two separate categories. One that's general announcements, where we have all of our just general posts, and then the policies and resources section, that's where you'll find it.
How do I get there? Sorry. Because I can just see like the main screen, which is where you see all the main posts.
So if you click your on the bottom right side, I'm not sure if you're on the app right now, but if you click on the bottom right where you see your profile, do you see two sections, one that says general announcements and one that says policies and resources?
I'm on the site, on the website, on the computer.
On the website. Okay. So if you could just send me a message and then I can walk you through it on the website now. I just don't want to take everyone's time right now, but if you just send me a message privately, we can go through it right now.
No worries. And also, I did have the same problem with, I think Farhan may have dropped me a message on my U, and he WhatsApped me to say that there was a message. And when I went onto my U, I couldn't see any messages, and even went to like the notification area, and there was nothing there, which is very strange. That's fine. I'll drop you a message later on.
All right, sounds good.
Yes,
Thank you.
Mohammed, if you can help us with that, because I did resend that message, and let's troubleshoot together, maybe offline.
No problem. So just to clarify, you said that you had sent him a message, but you're not getting the reply?
No, he wasn't receiving it, and then I resent him a message and I'm using the phone app, so.
Okay, no problem.
sure
Yeah,
why
we
it's not-
can definitely we can work that out. No problem.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, this is too quiet. No more questions. Either we're doing really well or really bad. Like
I was gonna say there was no questions at the beginning, no questions now. It's a little spooky, but I'm hoping that everyone's feeling good. Anything else we can? Maybe MyU is working so well. People are loving the MyU app. Everyone is just getting their questions out. Oh, thank God, Mason.
Hi, yeah, I just thought I'd add some noise to the meeting. Do we need to do background checks for every country that we've taught in? That seems standard
No.
to me. Is that right?
No, you don't have to. Just the country where
Oh.
you're doing the work visa process in.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so I will interject here just a little bit to tell you what is coming up. So we will continue with HR, but I do want to say to you that as we add people onto MyU, as I was saying, we'll add Caleb this week to talk about some of those external programs that ACA offers. We also will move into curriculum later on and move into our kind of IT section. So we don't want to overload you guys with information because we know the most important process right now is the HR process. And I just want to stress that again. It is definitely challenging to navigate sometimes. And I love that Priona's putting some stuff in the chat here. She's putting in images of kind of how to help you with that process from a step-by-step perspective. We have Mohammed or the HR officers or Wala there to help you with that process. But really know that once you come to Kuwait, we've got you. We will have you ready to go with trainings and your schedule and your classroom and things like this. So that's why we don't want to overload you with that type of information right now. The information we really wanted you guys to get tonight was that we have a leadership team here with us and behind you that is here to support you through this. And we're waiting for you. We can't wait for you guys to be here. And most importantly, you only have to go through this once with all the documents and all this kind of crazy process of getting your work visa and getting this done. And once you go through that and you belong to the ACA family, you've seen it in our leaders tonight, it's a continuous process then. So this doesn't have to be done every single year in this same process. So our goal as leadership is to get you here, and our goal is to have you in front of our kids and our students. And again, don't feel shy about questions that you might have, and you can ask them offline too. And I do want to call out Mr. Muhammad tonight, who was saying that he'll help you with MyU. He's our MyU contact. So if you feel like MyU isn't working for you, it's true. I don't want to say that you haven't found something. There could be a problem with it. So definitely report that, and we can help with the MyU app if there's any issues. And Mr. Muhammad is the person to do that. And if you can't see him on MyU, you can email him because he's the one that I think sent you your original welcome email. So he's always the person that you can come on back to. And then the second one
Please,
is,
guys, please do not ever hesitate to contact me at any time. I'll always try to respond as quick as I can. And like Dr. Claire has mentioned a lot of times, there's no such thing as a silly question or a silly inquiry. Just please ask me anything, and if I can't answer it, I'll always direct you to the right person.
and then the second one is your principal. Always know that you can reach out to your principal with questions, even about like scheduling, about classes. I've loved some of the MyU posts of showing kind of our behind the scenes systems, and we'll try and get those up there. But since there's no more questions, I want to say, is there anything else you'd like to see on MyU or you'd like to know about that we can answer for you? Anything that you feel like you want to inquire about, anything that we can answer or show a demonstration of on MyU? Miriam.
Hi, I have a question regarding the orientation date. I'd just like to know if there's like an approximate time because I'm living in Kuwait and I'm going on summer vacation and I want to be back by the time that the orientation is. And I'm currently booking tickets. So I'd
Love
like to
this.
know if there's like an approximate date.
There is a date. August 16th is when orientation begins, and it's the week before all staff come back. So you may see that on the calendar, the staff come back, I think on the 24th. I hope that's the right date, Sunday, August 24th. So 1 week prior to that is when our new hires start. And that orientation week is really important for us. Not only does it help you kind of settle into ACA, but you get to be on campus. We have team leads coming for part of that week to help kind of just orient you to the curriculum, the LMS, the systems, your computer, all the kind of IT, your staff ID, your staff picture, your staff badge. And then we also have some Kuwait kind of activities. And I know people that are in and of Kuwait might know that, but it's just fun to do as a group and kind of get to know this new hire group, to meet people from other campuses and meet people who are joining ACA for the first time. Alexis.
Yeah, thank you. Since you just kind of opened it up to general, I guess
Please.
one question I have, and I think I saw something about it, but I didn't see an answer. Just like the housing, right? Like what is it? What do those apartments look like? What do they entail? Where are they really in relation to the schools? Things like that. The website has just a couple of pictures, but
Yep.
not too much more than that.
So we have 9 buildings in and around Kuwait in different kind of suburbs, so to speak, is maybe the term, but all within about 10 to 15 minutes from school. And all of our housings are pretty, I want to say campus neutral, which means that if you work at Hawali or Salmiya, you may be in housing with both Hawali or Salmiya staff. And then our buses are running to both schools. We had chatted actually about giving an apartment tour of one of our apartments. And we'll try and get that up on MyU maybe in the next week or so, just to also show you, because every apartment's going to be different. But what does remain the same is what we put inside the apartment. And we'd love to show you that. So everyone, when we say fully furnished, we can kind of show you what that looks like. You know, fully furnished, including furniture and TV and washing machine and microwave and like really like toaster, even kind of nuanced things. And then we can just give you kind of an understanding of what a staff building looks like. And note that I think we said this last time, but for new hires, you don't have a choice of housing. So it's not like a housing select menu. It's not like I would prefer to live in this housing versus that housing. Housing is a complex puzzle. And we do allow a housing transfer process to happen, but only after your first contract. So staff can transfer from different housing buildings in an internal process, but not for new hires. So we'll try and show you one and then know that it can be a bit of a mixed bag, but it all has the same contents inside of it. These are great questions. Yeah, these are great questions. Anything else? We also did a classroom tour, and I don't know if you would like to see a classroom, but we did an elementary classroom tour. We'd love to show you. And middle high isn't always as fun to dance because I don't think middle high decorate their classrooms as well as KG and elementary, but we'll put those on the feed too because those are always fun to see. And I do want to say, when it comes to your classrooms, don't feel like you have to bring resources with you. So we have super resourced classrooms, and I'll put that in this video. Maybe we can show you like from math manipulatives for younger kids to, you know, everyone has a smart board and digital pen and projector and things like this. We'll put that on there. That could be really neat to show you like a room tour of what your classroom would have. And we do have at ACA what's called a model classroom, which people can love and people can hate. But a model classroom is that every classroom has the same furniture and equipment. So everyone has the same desks, student desks, one teacher desk, filing cabinet, these kind of like model standard things. So it helps kind of standardize everything for us. And I think having been in multiple schools, I love when you can rely on what's going to be in your room. And then you know you don't have to bring anything. And then even things like bulletin board borders and bulletin board backing paper, all of that is provided for you. So I'll work with Liz and Mohammed to make sure we get some of those fun kind of room tours or style movies up there so you guys can see. Hiba. I'll say, Alexis, do you still have your hand up? Is there a new question? Sorry.
Yes, but Heba can go first.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, finish off. It's okay.
Okay.
No, I it's just interesting what you just said. So I'm from the US, but I currently teach in Thailand, and in Thailand the rooms belong to the kids. I go from room to room with my laptop. So I'm just trying to understand, is it in the US, the rooms belong to the teachers. In Thailand, it belongs to the kids. So I just wanted to clarify.
Now, definitely want to say on this. So number one, in elementary, you have your own room, and in KG, and the room belongs to the teacher. And then but you may take your students to specials, like you take your kids to an art room or you take your kids to PE. But our Arabic and Islam teachers will come into your room to teach Arabic, and then you'll leave your classroom for elementary KG. For middle high, this is maybe a controversial topic because most teachers remain in their room throughout the day. But as I think you'd see in any middle high, you never own your own room, right? You because it's a 7-period schedule. We always try and have everyone has their own room, but it's not yours always. But in general, at ACA, people have their own rooms. For middle high school, I would say as our enrollment has gone up, we have more of a puzzle to make. And that's why we have definitely more shifting happening. But there is a place where you can work on your free period. There is like your teacher desk, maybe you always have a teacher desk. Everyone has their own teacher desk inside of a room, but it might not always be the place where you work if there's a class going on in that room. But that's only really for middle high school. For KG elementary, always you have your own room. Hiba.
Okay, no, that's all I wanted to
Oh.
kind of clarify again.
Oh,
Here
good.
in Thailand, it's just again, it's me walking from room to room with just my laptop. So when you were saying about personalizing or this and that, it's just not how it works here. So I just wanted to talk about that. So,
Nice.
thank you.
Yeah. Hiba, go ahead.
Yeah, so some schools have different guidelines about classroom decor and things along that nature. So, in America, you can design your class however you want. In Canada, pretty much the same thing, but does ACA follow a particular classroom decor, for example, what you're allowed to put up? It's all educational, of course, but a certain style.
I would say no. I think teachers have a lot of freedom to decorate their classrooms. Our facility managers can be a little funny about like using ticky tack versus tape versus not hanging things a certain way. But some of that's just personality, flares. And I would say that in general, we love the well-decorated classrooms and love things. I think we've really pushed in the past couple of years from our principals of having student work. Like I think we used to be in schools where everything was like perfectly curated by the teacher or TA. And now we really hope that we just want to showcase student things and student work around the school and have that rotate. So as much as we can, I think we would love to see you, invest that time into your classroom.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bradley.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
This is an HR question, so it's a
Great.
South African context. The police background check and the medical exam, must those things be not older than 3 months when we give it to the Kuwait embassy for legalization? That will just help me in figuring out when I should get those things or when I should apply for those things so that I can get it within those 3 months. We just need more clarity because on the emails, it just says closer to the time.
Okay, so it's 3 months from the date where you send it to the Kuwait embassy. And 3 months from now is July. So you can go ahead and start. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sure.
Hussein.
Hussein, you're muted.
But it says your mic is on. That's the weird thing. Hussein, try one more time.
Hi.
Oh, we got the echo, but yes.
Yeah, you can hear me right now.
Yes.
Okay, this is an HR question. So this is Wala, please.
So here.
Yeah, as I am Lebanese and I hold bachelor from Lebanese, and right now I am in Germany finishing my studies in also I had a degree in master's degree here. So I should assonate for assonation. I should assonate the bachelor or the master.
Both need to be authenticated. The Lebanese one will need to be authenticated from Lebanon, and the other one will need to, you said Germany?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So you do the master's in Germany.
So I did that, and I did that here in Germany, and the embassy here said that I can apply for a visa to to come to Kuwait without even if I am Lebanese here in Germany. So
yeah, you should be able to because you're living there.
okay, but for bachelor, I should do this from Lebanon.
Yes.
For the bachelor degree. Both.
Yeah, because Kuwait Embassy in Germany won't stamp that for you.
Okay, thank you. That's it.
Sure.
Okay, everybody, it's 7 p.m. We have an hour of our onboarding, and I'll say this to you. We've gotten some great ideas we'll do a housing tour. We'll do some classroom tours on MyU so that you get a little bit of a taste of things. If you have other ideas, please send them to Mohammed on MyU, and we can definitely post videos. We can post some information. That just really helps us kind of, keep track of what you guys would like to see and helps orient you to the campus a little bit more. And then in the meantime, we just want to continue to say, please reach out with any questions with HR or to your principals. We're here for you. And we look forward to seeing you guys next month online. We'll stick around if you have any questions, but otherwise, we just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. And we're really, really excited for you to join ACA. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
And also one more thing,
Thank you.
If anybody is having trouble logging into MyU, please let me know. Just send me an email and we can work it out, because I'm sure I've been told that everybody should have their login details by now. But if you're still experiencing trouble logging in, please email me and we can get that sorted out for you as well.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Just one
Thank
for
you.
Mohammed. Mohammed, I was
Thank
able
you.
to download the app. I think it is a lot more, like you say, responsive on the phone. So it is all good on that.
MyU is tailored for the mobile device. It's not really the best on the desktop, which is why I always recommend people to use it on the phone. But I'm sure now if you have it downloaded on the phone, you should be able to communicate with Mr. Farhan and everybody else.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Lisa, are you sticking around for me?
No, I was just seeing if there's any other questions I could learn from.
Good. Because I will
Should I go
respond to your
forward?
email.
Lovely.
No, I have a response to your email and I will send it in the next 30 minutes.
You don't need to, because
Dr.
Magic
Claire,
Mohammed
I had already
he's
sent it out.
amazing.
Perfect.
God
Thank
bless
you.
that boy. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. No, I was just sticking around in case there was other questions. Okay, bye-bye. See you soon.
Thank you. Take care.
Are we still recording?
We have Ms. Jasmine still with us. Do you have any questions, Ms. Jasmine? Oh, she's gone.
What a lovely group of teachers.
Aren't they? Liz, did you stop recording?
I'm trying to figure out how to stop it. How do I stop it?
I just pressed stop.
Stop recording. Okay.